together pay homage to the Supreme Buddha, and let's go for refuge to the Triple Gems. And after observing 5 precepts, we can start the practicing. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranam gacchami, Dhammang saranam gacchami, Sanghang saranam gacchami. Datiyampi Buddhang saranam gacchami, Datiyampi Dhammang saranam gacchami, Datiyampi Sanghang saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddhang saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammang saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Sanghang saranam gacchami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. To observe 5 precepts, repeat after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I observe these precepts for the happiness in this life and to realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May all of our homage be to our great Kalyana Mitta Pinod Lokaswami Mahansi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Good evening, everyone. So, today, it's the youth program. You can see a couple of youth faces here. I can see some youth faces who think that they are young as well. That's okay. No problem. It takes, when you become old, you should. 60. Until then, you are hungry. Good, good. Alright. So, today, let's discuss about something really important. That you hear this word all the time at your home. Your parents might say this all the time when something bad happens. Okay? They say, oh, this is karma. Have you heard the word karma? Good. What is karma? What do you think? I need your opinion about karma. What do you think? Karma. And your parents say karma all the time? Do they say to you, you're my bad karma? Huh? My mom used this all the time. It's like, you're my bad karma. You're the villain who comes behind me all the time, from one life to another, to ruin my whole life. Every parent must say that. Don't worry, they don't mean it. Okay. Usually, especially ammas, okay, what they say is not what they mean. Okay? What they say is not what they mean. I think it's not only amma, basically the whole women. What they say is not what they mean, isn't it? Yes. So usually ammas, well, they will curse at you. Okay? They will blame you and they will say all sorts of things, but they don't mean it. I'll tell you a nice story. This is a Sri Lankan story. There was a son, and he had a fight with his mom, argument. And he was about to go to work, maybe. Okay. So when he get ready to go out, now he had the argument, right? And his mother said, so when you go out, right, when you cross the jungle, may a tiger appears and eat you in half. Okay? I wish, oh my God, a tiger would appear and kill you and eat you. Amma cursed at the son. And so he went. Okay? So same like in every story, he has to cross the jungle. Okay? While crossing the jungle, tiger appeared. Okay? Tiger came in front of him. And Amma, the son thought, oh my God, Amma's wish came true. Alright? I'm gonna die now. But he thought, okay, maybe Amma said it so, but Amma didn't mean it. Okay? So he made a wish, may what Amma said may not happen, but may it happen what Amma meant by her heart. Okay? And the tiger, somehow, he was saved because the tiger didn't eat. Okay? So that's a story that my mom used to say when she cursed at me to make an excuse, I say this, but I don't mean this. Okay? I understand that parents are always like that. Okay? Parents will, no matter how big you are, okay, no matter how big people you are, like, maybe you can become, what's the highest place you can go? Maybe you can become a president. Okay, maybe you can become a prime minister in this country. Amma doesn't care. She doesn't care. Okay. She doesn't care. She will always be Amma. Your dad will always be your dad. Okay. when I was in university, I bought a car, okay, as an old car, as a Nissan FB50. I think you know that. It's a very old car, okay, and I bought it, and it was my whole world back then. Okay, so I park in front of the house every day. You know what my mom used to do? She take this red chili and she used to dry this. Do you know where she dries the red chili? On the hood of the car. Right? She doesn't care. No matter what car you have, how big you are, nothing. That's the nature. Okay? Well, understand that that's the nature of parents. Okay? So that we may have some, why she is controlling me always, why he is controlling me always, that mind in our heart, that thought. But once you become a parent, it's very different. Okay, you don't understand it until what? You become a parent. I'll tell you a nice story. There was a king in the past called Bimbisara. Okay, he was a Buddhist king, and he reached the first level of enlightenment while he was being a king, and he was an early friend of the Buddha as well. Okay, so he had a son. Okay, and that son, his name was Ajasatta. The son's name was Ajasatta. It's a prince. He had a bad friend. Okay. He had a bad friend. That friend was a monk. Okay. And that monk, he had the idea to kill the Buddha. Okay. He thought, if I kill the Buddha, I can take his position and become the Buddha. He thought that becoming the Buddha is it's like a CEO of a company. You can swap the person and go to the position now. You can't do that. Okay, he thought, if I kill the Buddha, I can take his place and I can control. So he tried everything possible to kill the Buddha. But this was not possible without power. He needed power, he needed support. So he thought, how can I get in contact with what? Politics. Okay. So he thought, okay, there is this prince. If I become a friend with this prince, I can get the power, get the authority to do this. So he became friends with the prince. And he said, the monk said, I will kill the Buddha, you help me. I'll kill the Buddha and take his place. I'll help you kill your father and become the king. Okay. And this guy agreed to it. Okay. Understand that friends are very important. Either they can make our life or break our life. The friends that you have. Okay. You have your parents, right? When you are young, you love, you trust them. But then this trust, little by little, it changes. Sometimes we trust our friends more than our parents, can't we? I did that. Okay. I did that, and I messed up in many points in my life because of friends. I did things because I don't know, because my friend said so. So the people around you are very important. They can change your life. Who you are today is the average of people who are around you. They say that You're the average of 5 people who are very close to you. Look at the 5 people, look at 5 people who are very, very close to you. Look at their characteristics. Look at their nature. That's, you make some of them and divide it by 5. That's who you are. Okay? You take some characters from them, natures from them, and it shapes our character. Okay? So, people who are closer to you is very, very important. That's why it's very good. It's very important to choose your friends wisely. Okay. Choose your friends wisely. So, he had a bad company, and he said, okay, I'll help you, and you help me. So what he did, he killed his father, okay, the king. And he went to the king and he said, he went to his father and said, no, I need the kingdom. I need to become the king. Do you know what the father did? He said, okay, no problem, I'll give you. Okay. Without any problem, without any argument, he gave the kingship to his son. Okay. So he became the king. But still, the monk said, no. While he's alive, he still has the chance to do something about, take you out of this position. You must kill him. Finally. Ajasatha, Prince Ajasatha, he killed his father. Okay. And after a few years, he's very young now, he got married and he had a son. Okay, it was the first day the son was born. When the son was born, the maid took the son to the Prince Ajasatha, the person who killed his father. Okay, took his son and gave it to him. When he gave the son to his hand, he saw in his son's finger, there's a little wound. There was a little wound. Okay, and the blood was coming down. Now the baby is crying. The blood is coming out. But there is no any other way to do anything. What he did, he put the baby's finger in his mouth. When you put the finger in his mouth, because of the wound, the blood stops, okay, and the baby stopped crying. Okay, so he held the baby, his baby, the finger, inside his mouth with the blood. And he didn't think about it, like bad about anything. That's what the parents do, But while he was doing this, he remembered, my father would have felt the same. He felt the same when he held me in his arms. And then only he realized that he made a mistake. Then only he realized that he made a mistake. So yeah, that's the nature. But understand that parents, children conflict will be always there. That's the nature. Okay? When we live together, there will be always conflict. Do you have any problem with the people who are walking on the street? No. Who are the person that you become angry the most? The people who are close to you. People who are close to you. That's the nature. Okay? A wife complained to his husband. Her husband, you know what? We are fighting every day. Right? There is no peace in this house. Right? Look at these 2 dogs. Our puppies. Okay, girl and boy. How peaceful they are. They don't fight each other. Right? Then the husband said, Wait until you go ahead and tie them together. Okay? Tie these dogs together and see what happens. Once you get tied, what happens? One dog will go to the other side and the other one to the other side. You know, that's the conflict. In the same way, when we live together, when we live closer, people. That's the nature. That's what they say. Loving kindness and compassion to each other is what makes the peace. Okay. The active thoughts of loving kindness, the actions of loving kindness, that is what makes the peace in life. You know? So, now we are off the track. We'll come back to the topic. So you heard your parents say, karma, karma, karma all the time. Well, what is it, actually? Have you ever thought about karma? Oh, your parents say, don't do this, why? Pow. Do they say? Don't do that. It's pow, pow. Bad karma. Good karma. Oh, do this is good karma. Come to the temple and worship, it's good karma, isn't it? Yeah. What is karma? It's a very simple phenomenon. It's a very simple law that exists in this world. Okay? Karma is nothing but cause and effect. What is it? Cause and effect. Okay? If you make causes for something, can you stand up? Sit nicely. Right? So if you make causes for something, there will be an effect. Okay? That's all. So karma, if you need to explain, if someone from your school or someone from your background, okay, you are a Buddhist, no? You know, you guys talk about karma. What is it? What is the direct and the most easiest answer to give? It's just cause and effect. Okay? It's a cause and effect. So, this is what karma is, nothing but cause and effect. Okay? Simply, let's understand karma like this. Let's say somebody gave you a mango. Right? You eat it. Finally what do you get? The mango seed. And remember, don't eat the mango seed, okay? So you get the mango seed. Let's say you planted this mango seed on a fertile, good soil, and you watered it. You know? Next day when you woke up, will there be mango? A tree? No. What do you have to do? You have to water, you have to take care, you have to nurture the seed, and eventually what happens? It starts to grow. Okay? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, around 4 years after, there will be an average size mango tree with mangoes. Okay. Now, if you ask, okay, where was all these mangoes? Now, you see the tree full of mangoes. Where did they came from? Were there the mango when you planted the seed? These mangoes were there inside the seed? No. Was there? No. It was just the seed. Right? And when it grow up, when the mango tree grow up, there will be lots of mangoes. Where did the mangoes come from? Where do the mangoes come from? From the trunk? From the leaves? From the branches? No. Can you see where did the mango come from? Flowers? It's difficult to answer. Yes? Was there the mangoes inside the seed? No. Right? So once you plant something, it takes time to grow, but eventually it will give the fruits. Right? But when you plant the seed, you didn't see any mangoes inside the seed. Right? But one thing that happened was, you planted a seed that has the potential to give mangoes in the future. Okay. That seed had the potential or the energy to generate mangoes in the future. But the seed cannot exist alone. It needs to be nurtured, it needs to be fed with water, minerals and good soil. Okay? And eventually it grows. In the same way, the Buddha says, when we do things intentionally, okay, with intentions, when we do things, say things or think things, it leads to consequences. It's like, it's same like we are planting a mango seed which has the potential to give the fruits. In the same way, when we do things with intention, the word intention is important. The Buddha says, intention is karma. What does the Buddha say? Intention is the karma. So there are good intentions and bad intentions. Okay? So these intentions are like seeds. So every time when we do things intentionally, what we are doing is we are planting these seeds in our life. Okay? That creates consequences in the future, in our mind. Okay? But let's say when something bad happened, you say, oh, where did this bad thing come from? Was the bad thing there when you do it? No. Right? It takes some time to mature. It takes some time to have consequences. I'll tell you a very simple example to understand what karma means. Okay? Let's say now you have an exam. Let's say you are facing O levels or A levels. Okay, and you are studying for that. Let's say you thought, oh no, I don't want to study. I'll just have fun. You know? I'll just chill. Okay? Have fun. Now there is an intention, there is a choice that you make. Right? And let's say you have fun. And not study, don't much focus on study. Now you made a course for that. Will there be a consequence for that action? Yeah. What is it? You fail the exam. Okay, you might fail the exam. Right? So that's the thing. When you do something, but as soon as you made the choice to not to study, did you fail the exam? No. It took time. You know? It takes time and it grows until you get the consequence. That is karma. Okay? So karma is not something that we all only get the consequences in the afterlife. We get the consequences in this life as well. Most of the consequences of karma, we get them in this very life. Okay? So karma is not something inherently good or inherently bad. It depends on your intention, your mind. What do you think right now? The Buddha says that if you do something or say something or think something with a good intention, with a wholesome intention, now you planted a good seed. Okay? You planted a good seed. And the consequences of that good seed will be also good. Why? Because the seed was good. Same like When you plant a mango tree or mango seed, you don't get bananas. What do you get? You get mango. Why? Because the nature of that mango seed is that it can't give bananas. It only gives mangoes. Okay? If you plant a grape seed, you will get grapes. Okay? If you plant a seed that gives bitter taste fruit, okay? Because why it gives bitter taste fruit? Because the nature of the seed is bitter. Okay? So that's the nature. That's what you call karma. Not something complex. But then, we Sri Lankans, most of the time, we find an excuse for all the bad things that happen in life, we put it upon karma. Right? Sometimes we don't take the accountability of our own actions. We put it in our karma, bad karma, bad karma. Right? When you have an accident with a car, you say, oh, this is bad karma. No. That's not something that you did in the past, that's something that you did right now because you're careless driving. Right? That's not bad karma. So not everything in life is karma. Understand? Not everything in life is because of past karma. But also the things that we do. Things happen in life. We get the consequences of the things that happen in life because of what we did in this very life. Okay? So don't find excuses for everything. Oh, this is my bad karma. This is my bad karma. The Buddha says, when you go through difficult times, it's very easy to put it upon bad karma, isn't it? And we make an excuse, oh, I can't do it. Why? Because I have done a very bad karma in the past. So I go to bed and I sleep. I can't do anything about it. That's not Buddhism. Buddha says that don't think about it in that way. The Buddha says, try as much as possible, try your best to change that situation. Okay? Make good intentions and take correct steps to change the situation. Try your best. You give your best. Okay? But then, sometimes no matter how much you do, no matter what you do, it can't change sometimes. The things can't change. You know? There are things that no matter what you do, you can't change that situation. There are things that are out of our control. What are the things that are out of our control? You wake up in the morning, you have a big interview today, or maybe an exam, you get up, you get ready, you get into the vehicle, you go to M25, you go highway, and there's traffic. Now you're stuck in the traffic. Now you're stuck in the traffic, now you're getting late. My question, is it bad karma? What happened to you? Yes or no? Getting late because of a traffic is not totally your bad karma. Okay. They are the random events that happen in this nature, so that we have to deal with it. You wake up in the morning to go to work, raining. Is it bad karma? No. It's the nature. Okay, it's the nature, it's the life that there are things that happen out of our control. They are not bad karma or good karma or anything. It's the nature. So karma is only one thing that affects our life, but there are a lot of other things that affects our whole life. Okay. So you can't blame the karma all the time. Some people blame to what? Spirits, full moon, ghosts. They think that they are doing bad things to us. Don't think that ghosts are the ones who do the bad things to you. Okay. I mean, not every ghost in this world is a bad ghost. Okay. I think most of them are good. Most of them want to mind their own business, and they are minding their own business. But we humans, we don't mind our own business. What do? We try to put our problems on them. Right? We try to complain all the things to others. But what Buddha teaches you is, no, take accountability, take responsibility for your actions. Okay, because what you have done and what have happened to you, only you can change it. Your parents can't do it, God can't do it, deities can't do it, nothing can do it but only you. Okay? So the Buddha says that take responsibility to your actions and you can work through it. That's the beauty in the Buddha's teachings. The Buddha says that no, if you have a bad life, it doesn't matter. You can develop it as a human. The beauty of human life is that you can develop your mind. You can train your mind and you can take conscious decisions to train yourself. That you don't see in any other being, not in animals or not in any other life, but humans. That's why if there is any birth that Buddha praised all the time, it is human life. Buddha never praised being a deity or a god or going to heaven. Buddha didn't say, oh, go to heaven and everything will be fine. No. But always the Buddha says that it is very rare to be born as a human. Right? And it's very rare. This chance is very rare. So take the actions right now because you have a valuable life. Okay. So understand that being born as a human, it's a valuable chance that we get because this mind is very powerful. Okay. It can create things and if so it can destroy things. What is the most powerful weapon in this world? Probably the nuke, isn't it? Who made it? A human, isn't it? Where did this idea popped up first? In someone's mind. You can split the atom. This idea came up and they did it. That's the power of your mind. It can make things, it can destroy things. Okay, so the Buddha says that you have that powerful weapon, all of you, you're sitting here, all of you have that powerful mind within you. Yeah? And if you look at what we are using this mind, for what we are using this? To watch a TikTok? To play a game? Maybe to gossip or something? Isn't it? But this mind has the power to do many wonderful things. That's why the Buddha says, train your mind to do good things. Right? Not easy, but you have to train. You can train. Okay? It's not easy because when you start to do things, you will see the resistance of the mind. Any good thing in life comes with a little bit of resistance. What are the good things? For an example, let's say waking up in the morning. Is there a resistance in your mind to wake up? Yes. When it is cold, when your blanket and your duvet feels nice and warm, is it easy to get up? No. So that you have to put some effort to wake up, right? And study. Put yourself on the chair and study. There's a resistance, no? There's always resistance. But you have to push through that. Right? That's the nature of good things. You have to push through that resistance until it becomes natural or normal part of your life. There will always be the resistance until it becomes natural. After it becomes natural, there will be no more resistance, because it's a part of our life. Understand that our brain, it doesn't like to think. It's very lazy. So what it does is, when we try to do something new, it doesn't like to do it. Okay? So what it does is that it keeps resisting, always says, no, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. But you do it every day. The brain thinks, okay, this guy is not stopping this. Right? So there is this one compartment in your brain, what is it? Has the habit. So what the brain does is that it puts this difficult thing into that habit part. So that what became so much difficult, now it becomes a normal thing, normal part of your life. I'll give you an example. One habit that we made over our life, all of us, is waking up in the morning and brushing teeth. Do you brush teeth? Yes. Have you ever wake up in the morning and thought, oh my God, today also I have to brush the teeth. What should I do? And is anybody thinking, except on Saturdays? Huh? No resistance, right? Sometimes you are just sleepwalking to the washroom and just brushing your teeth. Right? Why? Because it's a habit. But can you remember? Can you remember when you started this habit? When you started to brush teeth? When did you start to brush teeth? When your parents saw that little tiny tooth coming out from your jaws, yeah? Okay, good, let's brush the teeth now. Did you like it? No. Ask from your parents, did I like to brush my teeth? No. They had to go through hell in the morning to brush your teeth, isn't it? I know how I didn't like to brush my teeth. My mom, still remember how my mom brushed my teeth. In the morning I run around the house and my mom has to catch me to brush teeth first. You know? And she catches me and she puts me in between her legs and just lock me up, my arms. Okay? And she'd stick the thumb in my mouth, and while I was crying forcefully, brutally, to brush it. Right? Every day we cried while brushing teeth. Right? Every day our parents had to say, no, brush your teeth, brush your teeth, brush your teeth. But one day your brain thought, no, this guy is not stopping this. Amma is not stopping this. Okay, so what I have to do? I will do it by myself so that there is less pain. You know? So next day you woke up and you thought, okay, don't kill me, I'll do it today. You know? And you did it. And you pushed through it. And you made the habit. Now, no problem. In the same way, every good thing Right? Every good thing comes with its own resistance, difficulty. But when you push through it, it becomes normal. Trust me, it becomes normal. Okay? Every challenge that you think, oh, this is the biggest challenge in my life, you just push through it. You can do it. I'll tell you what was the biggest challenge for me when I became a monk. It was giving up my dinner. Monks don't eat for dinner. Okay? We start fasting after 12 p.m. After midday we start fasting. We are not allowed to eat food until next day morning. Okay? And I thought I would die of hunger. Okay. So here I am, 11 years after. Okay. And now it's not a problem. In the beginning it was difficult, I know. Right? I admit in the beginning when we were training to become monks, it was difficult. It felt like hell. You feel hungry in the evening around like 7, 8, because that's when you used to take your dinner. Right? But it changes. You have to put yourself in a place where there is no any other choice but to do it. So that you will push through it and it becomes normal. It becomes one part of your life. Okay? So anything that you believe that, oh, I can't do it, this is the biggest challenge of my life, you are going through that, what period? The resistant period. Okay? But most of the people, what they do is, they give up in this resistant period. They say, oh, I can't do this. So they turn back and they go home. Okay? But you just have to push through until a little bit it becomes normal or part of your life. Okay? And then there will be no resistance. That's the beauty of our mind. Okay? It can be trained. It can be developed. And it can do amazing things. Right? If it can give you enlightenment, okay, everything under that is achievable, isn't it? Yeah. So you have to believe that. That's what the Buddha teaches. So that's the little advice from me today. Okay. So did you have any idea now about karma? Okay. What is it? Simply the cause and effect. Okay. So if you do things with good heart, then the good results will follow you. And if you do things with ill intentions or unwholesome intentions, then that consequences will follow you. That's the nature. Okay? If you read the first 2 verses of Dhammapada, okay, Dhammapada is something that I think it's good for all of you to keep it with you. Okay? Whenever you go through difficult times in life, just randomly turn to a page and you will find something that is worthy and a good advice for you from the Buddha. Okay? I have a lot of Hindu friends. They always say, when I'm going through difficult times in my life, I just turn to Bhagavad Gita and I read it and I get some advice from Buddha. In the same way, for Buddhists, one of the most beautiful books that you have within you, with us, is Dhammapada. Okay? They are like short poems from the Buddha. Okay? And they have amazing advices. So let's just keep it with you. Okay? Read it randomly from here and there. You don't have to read everything. Okay? Read it randomly here and there, and you'll find something valuable. A line that gets stuck in your mind. These little things, that little ideas that get stuck in your mind, they are so important. Okay, little advices. One idea that always stuck in my mind is is called Sabbam Bhikkhave Aniccham. This is the line from Samyutta Nikaya. Okay? The Buddha says that everything once is impermanent. Okay? Everything is impermanent. So when I've gone through bad times, difficult, tough times in my life, even as a monk, I always remember this. What is it? This is impermanent. This is going to end. This is going to change. Okay? But the same as the bad things, good things also, they too also change. Okay? Happiness doesn't stay forever. Sadness doesn't stay forever. And this is good. Right? If happiness stays forever, is it good? What do you think? No. If happiness stays forever in your mind, if you are every day happy, no sadness, no problem, everything is fine, you lose the interest for happiness. Right? Your life becomes boring. That's what happened to the Buddha. Before he left the palace, he lived a luxurious life. Everything was good. Right? He lived in a perfect, happy life. And he got bored. He said, no, I need to see the world. Right? There must be something beyond. So, somehow, he saw the life and he saw the nature of life. And that's how he understood the life. Okay. So happiness doesn't last forever. And also, sadness doesn't last forever. And that is good. So that we have a life that is worthy of living. You know? But within this life, what you have to do is to plant good seeds. You know, plant good seeds, do good karma that brings happiness to your life and to the others. Okay? Okay. So that is the little advice from me today. So I wish you, by the blessings of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, may all of you be healthy, may all of you be happy, and may all of you be able to realize four noble truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Akasatha cha bhummatha devanaga mahittika punyantang anumoditva chiram rakhantu buddha sasanam. Akasatha cha bhummatha devanaga mahittika punyantang anumoditva chiram rakhantu buddha sasanam. Akasatha cha bhummatha devanaga mahittika punyantang anumoditva chiram rakhantu mam paranti. Kaina vacha chittena pamadena maya katam acchayan kamame bhante bhuri panya katam. Kaina vacha chittena pamadena maya katam acchayan kamame dhamma sammitika akarika. Kaina vacha chittena pamadena maya katam acchayan kamame sangha punyam kittam anuttara. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I'm blessing you now. Abhivadana sedasa nityam vardhapachayam chattaro dhamma vardhanti ayuvanno sukham balam ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminate samicchatu. Sukhadeva, Sukhadeva, Sukhadeva. Namo Buddhaya. Jadvandana Prati.